Formula One has released its schedule for the 2024 season, and let's be honest, it's pretty jam-packed with excitement. With 24 races being held in 20 different countries, the F1 Carnival will take over the world next year. But why are some drivers so against it, and what is FIA planning for F1's future? Stick around to find out. The 2024 season begins on February 29th in Bahrain, with the first and second races taking place on Saturdays owing to Ramadan. With a focus on lowering the carbon footprint associated with Formula One logistics, the FIA has made some minor alterations to the order of the Grand Prix. The Japanese Grand Prix has been rescheduled for April. The Qatar and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix are now staged back-to-back at the end of the season, and Azerbaijan has been rescheduled for September. 3 of the 5 races scheduled in North America will be held in the United States once more. The USA Grand Prix will be held in Austin, Texas, while races will be held in Miami and Las Vegas in early May and late November, respectively. The Canadian Grand Prix, which has been a mainstay on the F1 calendar since the 1960s, will take place in Montreal in June, and the Mexican Grand Prix will take place in October. While seeing this schedule has made most of the fans happier, some of the drivers argued against it. One of which is the reigning world champion Max Verstappen. Verstappen said for him, 24 races was too many, but added that they just have to deal with it. This comes after the Dutchman stated in Australia in April that he will not be around for long due to his dissatisfaction with the latest changes to F1's sprint race weekend format, and his preference for F1 events to focus solely on full-length GP competitions. Comments that were interpreted as a quit threat by some. The Dutchman further stated, "I think it's a bit more logical the way it's planned, at least, so I guess that's better for everyone." Voicing the opinion of Verstappen, Norris supported his view by saying, 24 is a lot. If I pick the perfect number, it's probably closer to 20, but there are too many tracks that people want to go to. The pressure of 24 races in a year is felt by hundreds of staff employees who travel around the world to keep the sport alive. According to Norris, the emphasis should be on them rather than the drivers. As he further added, it's also tough for the lives of mechanics, engineers, everyone who travels. They're away from families, kids, and so on for so many days. It's tougher for them than for drivers, so I think when we talk about this, we speak more as voices for those than for ourselves. However, Norris suggested an idea to make a better F1 calendar, but with fewer races. He continued by saying, "I think 20, but with rotating tracks. Sometimes you want to go to certain places in different years. You just can't go to all the tracks that people want to go to. It's as simple as that. So it's nice to see they've put some effort into organizing in a slightly better way, but still, it's tough." I would say these drivers have a valid point. Not from just the fans or drivers' perspective, we have to think about this from the staff's viewpoint as well. After all, they are the one working day in and day out throughout the year to bring the amazing world of F1 to each and every country. They do deserve some off time. With budget cap restrictions and now FIA taking stern actions against switching staff members within the team and non-F1 project, it will surely be a headache for the engineers and mechanics of the teams. Russell, on the other hand, was clearly in favor of the enormous 24-race calendar, as he claimed that he is doing what he enjoys, and he is feeling that the more the merrier, to some level. Russell was then questioned by the media about Verstappen's comment about retiring early if the FIA continued to make these adjustments regarding more races and sprint formats. Russell then poked fun at the two-time world champion. Russell joked that Max was whining about the modifications because he wants more money. Russell, however, did say about the severity of the increasing number of races and the stress it puts on drivers, teams, and management, as he said, "But I think it is challenging. We can't keep adding more commitments, more races, more. There's got to be a point that if you're adding something somewhere, something has got to be taken off. And maybe, I know for myself at the moment, we're just adding more races, we're not having less commitments, so you're working overtime, and I'm confident and pretty sure that's the case as well at Red Bull." So what do you think of this 24-race season that is upcoming next year? Is it the right thing that the FIA did by increasing numbers, or should we stick to fewer races with rotating tracks every year as Norris suggested? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to never miss an upload from us. See you at the finish line.